G'day mates! Seriously, what's more priceless than the truth? Something a billionaire can't buy, but a key that unlocks the entire history of the universe. When we find something so invaluable in an unbelievable place. We're talking about Mars, a planet many think is nothing more than a cold, lifeless red desert. But right now, a tiny six-wheeled robot named Perseverance, NASA's $2.7 billion hunter, has just sent a sample back to Earth that's made the scientific community stop dead in their tracks. It's not gold, it's not diamonds, but it's something far stranger, far more ancient, an artifact that Mars itself packaged and sealed like a letter written billions of years ago. This sample is unlike anything Perseverance has ever drilled before. It's not ordinary rock and soil, it's a rock key forged from a formula we've never known, and it promises to blast open the secret door to a red planet that once had water, once had an atmosphere, and perhaps once had life so vibrant it's beyond imagination. What's hiding behind this small but powerful sample? What is NASA keeping under the bonnet from us? And are we about to stand on the cusp of cracking humanity's biggest question? Are we all alone in this universe? Strap yourselves in tight. Space Plus is putting you on the orbit of truth right now.
G'day mates. Humanity has already stumbled upon the treasure, but in this universe, finding it's one thing and cracking the code is a whole different kettle of fish. A Martian rock isn't just a simple bit of stone, it's a geological time machine. And now's the time we've got to break the lock and learn to read the language of ancient life. Space Plus isn't just about giving you the info, we're going to get you right in the lab. Are you chuffed to bits to discover the hottest scientific secrets on the planet and way out in the cosmos? Let's dive deep into the fossilized DNA of Mars at Wildcat Ridge together.
Jezero, the cosmic billabong, Mars's memory bank. Let's kick things off with a massive, hard zoom in. We're standing right at the edge of the Jezero crater. Scientists didn't just chuck a dart at a map to pick Jezero, mate. They chose this spot because they'd already read the signature of liquid water, the absolute linchpin for life. More than 3.8 billion years ago, this area wasn't a fiery red desert, it was a colossal lake. An ancient river poured into that billabong, dragging along sediment, minerals, and most crucially, organic matter particles all the way from the upstream highlands. All that stuff then settled, creating a massive river delta. Now here's the crux of the biscuit. A river delta is the perfect spot to go fossicking for signs of life. Why is that? Because it acts like a natural time compressor. As the sediment drops, it forms these fine clay-rich layers. These clay layers, like nature's own preservatives, have this crackerjack ability to absorb and lock down organic molecules, shielding them from Mars's savage radiation. Clay analysis, the organic magnet. Latest research shows the types of clay found at Jezero, particularly smectite clay, have a unique crystal structure. They have a surface electric charge that helps them literally suck up and lock down carbon molecules. That makes any organic traces we find even more spot on. They weren't just sitting there, they were actively guarded by the planet's own geology.
The Wildcat Ridge treasure, a rock's confession. The one-of-a-kind sample breaking all the rules. After multiple drillings into igneous rock, what Perseverance snagged at Wildcat Ridge was a sedimentary mudstone, direct proof of an ancient lakebed. This sample made the scientists at NASA JPL go wow for three core absolute ripper reasons, which we really need to dig into. Mineral matrix, the bioshield. Opaline silica. Picture the opal, Australia's national gem. But out here, it's a type of silica that crystallised under the action of water. Finding opaline silica in this sample is a dead-set signature of hydrothermal activity. That's a fancy way of saying hot water used to flow right through this area. Why is this a bit of a stunner? On Earth, geothermal hot springs are the bee's knees for microbial life to absolutely thrive, even under harsh conditions. What's more, the molten silica cooled and deposited, creating a natural glass-like coating, sealing and protecting any microbial cells that got trapped inside. This, mate, is Mars's esky, keeping a 4 billion-year-old secret on ice.
Carbonates and sulfates. These minerals, they signal environmental change. Carbonates, they generally form in neutral water. And sulfates, these often pop up when water evaporates, getting saltier and more acidic. Show us a complex ecosystem, not a static environment. Life is bloody brilliant at adapting to shifts in salinity and pH. This transition, it could be where life dug in its heels and little pockets of groundwater. Organic compounds. They are a bold carbon signature. Analysis by the Sherlock instrument, that's an ultraviolet laser spectrometer, has confirmed the presence of aromatic organic compounds, specifically polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PHS, with a density and complex structure we've never seen before. Why is this a treasure trove and not just a bog-standard rock? The complexity. These compounds, they're not simple PHS. They are a diverse spectrum of compounds, hinting at a rich geochemical or maybe even a biological origin. This is slowly chipping away at the hypothesis that they just came from a single meteorite impact. The water connection. The organic compounds were found interwoven with layers of clay-rich mudstone and silica, proving they were either formed or deposited at the same time as a watery, temperate and nutrient-rich environment. That's the perfect backdrop for biosignatures to flourish. However, we've got to acknowledge the most jaw-dropping truth. Science can't, hand on heart, confirm 100% that this is life. The abiotenic hypothesis. Some scientists are putting forward the idea that these PHS could be the result of deep subsurface abiogenic hydrothermal reactions, where heat and pressure create carbon molecules without needing living cells. But why in the perfect preservation zone of a lake bed? The space plus theory is this: the universe doesn't waste an opportunity. If the conditions for life are there, water, heat and organic material, the odds of it popping up are incredibly high. So, is Martian life dead, or has it just been having a good long nap in a geological vault for 4 billion years?
The cosmic black box, the 10-year rendezvous, and the chirality secret. This is where our story hits its emotional high point and our thirst for knowledge peaks. We've struck gold, but we simply don't have the right gear on Mars to crack it open. It's like finding a flight recorder from a plane crash deep under the sea. You know it holds the truth, but you have to haul it back to land to decipher the secrets. The Mars Sample Return Mission, the 2030s vision. MSR isn't just a mission, it's a century-defining commitment from NASA and ESA. The goal is to bring the 38 sample tubes collected by Perseverance, including that absolute gem from Wildcat Ridge, back to Earth in the early 2030s. The uniqueness of the analysis. When this precious cargo hits the labs in Houston and Europe, scientists will be hunting for something no robot could ever find: mirror image symmetry. The chirality secret, the handedness of life. Now this is the uniquely useful bit of intel for our audience. Organic molecules, especially amino acids, the fundamental building blocks of protein, and sugars, exist in two forms: left-handed, L, and right-handed, D, just like a pair of gloves. In organic chemistry, if organic compounds form purely by chance, abiologically, they'll be a dead-set 50-50 mix of left and right-handed types. Biological chemistry, life on Earth is a genuine anomaly. It uses almost exclusively left-handed amino acids.
This lefty preference is an undeniable biosignature. If the Wildcat Ridge sample contains predominantly left-handed amino acids, that will be humanity's absolute holy heck moment. That's not just life. That's proof that the physics and chemistry of life are universal across the cosmos.
Fairness and impact. Robots and AI, a teleoperation technology, and the Perseverance Rover's AI's self-driving algorithms are being applied to develop robotic surgery and autonomous vehicles in remote parts of Australia, the outback. Space exploration is, quite literally, saving lives right here on Earth. Squeaky clean labs. The extremely stringent anti-contamination procedures of MSR, Mars Sample Return, are setting a gold standard for the most advanced virus and vaccine research labs. Mars isn't just a place to look for life, it's a freezing cold mirror reflecting our own fate. Ecological collapse. Mars once had water, a magnetic field, maybe even life. It's lost a lot. This raises a massive question about the fragility of Earth's ecosystem in the face of climate change and cosmic radiation. The subtle message. The hunt for ancient Martian life isn't really about finding the other bloke. It's about appreciating what we've got and understanding that Mother Nature doesn't muck around. Mars is the universe's biggest wake-up call. Your planet is not guaranteed forever. The message from Space Plus. Cherish our blue sky, mates.
The thirst and the immortality. That is the whole story of the Wildcat Ridge treasure. It's a complex score of claystone, silica and carbon, composed in isolation across billions of years. It makes us wonder, makes us question, makes us ponder our own place. We've untied the initial knot, but we've created another emotional one, the waiting game. We've got to be patient. Science is not rushed, but it is immortal. This brings us to a much deeper message. Cosmic science is not just about discovery, it's about patience. Just like the name of NASA's six-wheeled robot, Perseverance. Science is a marathon, mate, not a sprint. This treasure isn't just physical stuff, it is an atom of hope, a promise that no matter how cold the universe might be, the building blocks of life always find a way to spread out. Now, when you look up at the night sky, remember this: the story of Mars is also a part of your story. And this journey to find the truth, it has only just begun. Come with Space Plus as we step into the next part, where we'll unpack the most profound impact of this discovery on our very own lives.
So, there you have it, fellow Space Plus trekkers. The treasure NASA found on Mars isn't something you'd sell to make a quick buck. It's an atom of hope. It's a promise that we're not completely on our lonesome in this massive universe, at least chemically speaking. The most crucial lesson here is always keep digging, always question, and never just accept the formula as the final word. Just like the Perseverance rover, relentlessly sifting through the soil layers, we too must persist in sifting through layers of knowledge to unearth a soul-filled truth. Mars doesn't keep secrets, it's just waiting for us to be patient enough to hear its story. Thanks for joining us on this treasure hunt journey. If you feel like your mind has just been absolutely rattled by this amazing scientific truth, then don't let this ripper truth stop here, mates. Space Plus is the only channel that turns cold, hard formulas into mystical and soul-stirring stories. Want to join our crew of cosmic detectives? Smash that subscribe button right now and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single story that could change the way you look at the night sky. Give this video a like if you reckon life exists out there. Drop a comment right below with the question, if Martian life was found, what's the first thing you'd want to ask it?
Let's absolutely blow up this comment section. Space Plus. It's not just storytelling, it's putting you in orbit. Are you ready for your mind to be blown right now? See you on the next flight.